What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about how to spot classes. See, in this life today, we have to understand that we're going to be dealing with many various different individuals in this world, and it's best that we know who we're dealing with and what we're dealing with. We have to understand in this life today that it's important to understand that many various different people come with many various different ideologies in this world. And it's best that we do not get contained in their ideologies. We focus on our own ideologies, our own belief systems, and we understand who controls the dynamic of this world. We understand the importance of following God. We also understand the importance of understanding self. See, when you deal with classes, we have to understand that their only perspective is looking at resources and monetary gains. We have to understand that classes try to patrol themselves in areas where they can be more upper echelon than you. There can be classes from many different class spectrums, even in the poor class, the middle class, and the high class. We have to understand in the poor class, people who have a classist mentality when they're poor, they're trying to meet that upper spectrum and that upper echelon hierarchy and title, but they can't. So they live in illusions and deceptions in trying to patrol themselves higher than somebody else who may be on their same poor class level, but they try to patrol it as if they're on a higher class than what they actually are. Those people want to become a higher class than you and I, but they're unable to, so they act as if they are, when in reality they are not. Now, you have classist people who are middle class, who may patrol middle class environments and try to place themselves as a higher class than other middle class citizens and lower class citizens. And they do this due to the fact of the matter of seeing that they're on the middle class spectrum and trying to lead with that spectrum. So you'll have people who constantly will talk to you about resources, gains. They may ask you what you do for a living and try to compare, contrast, and compete with you. They may try to act as if they're trying to help you solve your problems, but in reality they're fine with you having those problems and they're fine with you being lower than them, as long as they're able to maneuver into this world as a better, higher class citizen than you are. They will do these things. Now you have the upper class who may perceive themselves as a high class. They may lead with monetary gains and resources. They may see the middle class and lower class as nobodies because they do not have their gains and resources. They may also fight with other upper class citizens to try to gain the title of the 1%, the upper class, so to speak. Throughout all these classes, all these categories, all these people have one thing in common, and it is patrolling and protruding themselves as better than somebody else. These people may ask you questions like what you do for a living, how much you make, if they're bold and brave enough. They may look at the vehicle that you drive, the property that you live, the way you carry yourself, the clothes that you may wear, the monetary gains and resources that you may have, the business that you may have, where you may work. They look at all of these things across the board to try to place themselves in a better and higher category than you. But they never speak on anything related to what's going on in the world. They never speak on God. Only resources, monetary gains, and business ventures and ideas for themselves. They may come in the form as a friend, family member, associate. They may try to overshadow your accomplishments and make you feel like you're less than a person than them because you may not have the societal status that they want to seek. These people are plagues to society. And as long as we follow these people and we continue to follow behind their terrible ways, we will also be destroyed alongside these people. What these people want you to be is gods of this world. They want you to feel like you have a sense of superiority over other people due to the fact of the matter of the gains and resources that you may have. We have to understand in this world that real wealthy people do not seek validation. Real wealthy people stay in their lane. You may not even know a wealthy person may be right in front of you, and you may not know this person because of the outer appearance of this person. Real wealthy people do not show off their properties, their businesses. They do not show off their luxuries. And there is a difference when you meet these people and see these people in modern society. They may show their interests, but they may show it in a way where you cannot understand it. They may show it in a way to teach you, to help you understand, to help you learn about their interests, but they may not show it as a way to flex on you, to make you feel lesser than, to make you feel like you haven't accomplished anything in this world and in this life. See, we have to understand who we're dealing with, and we have to understand the superiority complex that people have in society when they feel like they're in a higher class than you, the classes, so to speak. We have to understand that when we decide that we want to keep up with the Joneses, we're only destroying ourselves. People who are really wealthy do not keep up with the Joneses. They live life based upon their own accord. Focus on their own life, because when you focus on their own life, all these distractions do not mean anything. Many times people decide that they want to focus on their friends, their family members, and associates and what they have and what they've done in this life and try to compare and contrast. You have many families and many parents who try to compare their children to other children because they have the same classist mentality. They want to be able to walk out into the world and they want to be able to tell other people how well their children are doing. They want to be able to tell people how far their children have gone in this life because they want to patrol and protrude over other people and make themselves seem like they're more successful than other people and their lives is better than other people's lives. And we have people like this in all spectrums of this life. We have people in every spectrum of this life. So I hate when I hear people talk about, oh, I'm a part of this religious organization, so I don't do this. That's a lie. Every religious organization has people who are classists who do these things. So in reality, we have to be aware of what we do. We have to be aware of how we act because other people are seeing these things. And in reality, it's best that we be authentic because in reality, we're only lying to ourselves and not other people. No one understands that you have the ability to change your life. You have the ability to actually do what it is that you want to do and have interests. But when you start placing your interests on other people and making other people feel less than because you have these set interests, that is the issue that I have. I have many interests in this life, and people may look at my interests as luxuries. And if they want to look at my interests as luxuries, they can. But my goal was never to try to make myself feel like I'm better than somebody else based upon the trinkets and treasures and luxuries and interests that I may have. I use it as a platform to actually show what I'm interested in the life that I live. Not to show other people that I'm better than other people. See, that's the difference. When we show our interests to patrol ourselves like we're better than other people, instead of patrolling and protruding our interests to show that that's what we're actually interested in, that's the main difference. So it's best that we understand and spot classes. because this mentality has been plaguing society for generations, and it will continue to plague society if we do not get rid of this cancer. We have to understand in this life today, especially even in the world, as we see the world thus far, the gap between classes are widening far much more. So nobody can act as if they are quote unquote successful and rich and they have everything together anymore. People see right through that. It's about being authentic, being real with yourself, and knowing and understanding the importance of just being authentic. Focus on your own life, focus on yourself, stay in your own lane. So today, I'll be leaving you with this scripture, and I hope that this scripture can help you in your own daily lives today. 2 Timothy 3:1-5. But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty, for people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness but denying its power. Avoid such people. I want to thank you for watching today. Peace.